Hello there. Thank you for taking a moment to watch this video. On this particular video, I want to talk to you about the dial session settings window. You know, that window that you see at the start of every dial session where you get to configure the settings for that specific session. This page gives you the flexibility to adjust those settings based off of the list that you're about to start calling. However, sometimes it may feel a little tedious to go through here and adjust all of these settings. Choose your phone script, set your voicemail, choose the dialing and live answer sets, right? And here at PhoneBurner, we are constantly looking at how we can improve PhoneBurner to help you get more done in less time. So wouldn't it be nice that when you went to go start a dial session, all of these settings could just be preset and you could just click one button and have the settings for the specific type of call that you're making at that moment? Good news. We have done this for you. We have created what is called a dialer preset option. Let me show you how that'll work. Let's start a new dial session. And this time when I start my dial session, I have two options, lead calls or VIP contact calls. Let's say in this particular moment, I was going to be doing some lead calls. I would just click the lead calls button, and now I'm ready to get connected and start dialing. As you can see, that creates a much more streamlined process of starting a dial session. But how can you start taking advantage of this feature? Let me show you. We're going to go ahead and close this window, and we're going to go to our dial session settings. In the dial session settings, we're going to click on dialer presets. Here you'll see the two presets that I have currently created on my account, lead calls and VIP contact calls. Let's say, for example, I wanted to create a new dialer preset for my follow-up calls. So I'm going to click on Add New Dialer Preset, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a name. Once I give it a name, the next thing I need to do is go through and configure all of the settings that I would typically do at the start of each dial session. So the first thing I need to do is choose the phone script. I've got my follow-up script listed here. I'll select that. My voicemail recording, maybe I've got a follow-up specific voicemail that I want to use. My dialing and live answer sets. I can also set my caller ID. And then I've got the option to enable recording. I'm going to leave that set to Ask Me because I want to show you how the Ask Me option works whenever you use this particular dialer preset. So I'm going to go ahead and save changes. And there we go. We have now created a new dialer preset for our account. If we go back to Contacts, select our contacts and begin a dial session, you'll now see that not only do I have lead calls and VIP contact calls, but I also have follow-up calls listed here. And you'll notice that little icon over on the right-hand side, that little caution icon. That means that that particular preset has some Ask Me options listed in it. So let's go ahead and click on it and see what happens. Notice that when I choose the follow-up calls preset, I only have one option to choose on the next screen. Rather than having an entire list of options to choose from, I only have one option that I need to choose. Once I make my decision here, I can continue and start my dial session. So that gives you the flexibility to still change things on the fly as you're starting a dial session if you want, but also pre-configure as much as possible. Ideally, I'd recommend that you configure all of your presets so that you don't have to do any additional configuration at the start of each dial session, but we know that sometimes you need that flexibility. Anyway, that is the dialer preset feature. I hope this feature helps you get more done in less time using the power of PhoneBurner. Thanks again, and happy dialing.